This segment of Naperville Sports Weekly is brought to you by the Daily Herald.
Bill Salentine, Naperville Central Boys Water Polo head coach. Coach, thank you for your time. We appreciate it.
Oh, you're welcome. No problem. Good to be here.
So we're just getting started with the season this week. So this is sort of an introductory period for you as a coach to kind of get to know your team. There is some holdover from last year, some continuity in the lineup, but there are also some new pieces that you're sort of working in. Give me a little bit of a preview of what to expect from this team ranked second by ilpolo.com.
Well, on paper, we have a pretty strong team. We're still trying to figure out some chemistry issues. Lost a lot in graduation last year. Trying to see what juniors are going to step up and fill in some of those gaps. Maybe a sophomore will bring up. We'll see as the season goes on. But we should have a pretty solid team, and kind of wait and see what happens. We've had some sickness hit the team the last several days. A couple of kids swimming at junior nationals for their club team. So haven't had all 26 players in the pool at the same time yet this season.
I would think, though, that's something that you sort of run into each and every year just because the pool season or the swimming seasons run up so closely with your season. Anything that you do specifically as a coach to sort of help that transition where you don't get all of your guys in the pool at the beginning of the season?
Yeah, we have a pretty good working relationship with the local swim clubs, and talk with their head coaches and find out what we should be working on, or we definitely don't let the kids participate in a lot of the full contact stuff if they're still going to be swimming. We ask that they come in a couple days a week for an hour and a half, 2 hours of practice, just to throw the ball around, be part of the team. Some of these guys haven't touched a water polo ball since last May. We don't want to drag that out for a couple more weeks. So we try to work as best we can with the needs of the kid, the needs of the Naperville Central Polo team, the needs of the club, and so far it's been okay.
You mentioned some of the guys haven't picked up a ball since last May, which is when the season ended, a loss to Naperville North in sectionals.
Yes.
Naperville North has also, like yourself, lost some pieces to graduation. And over the past, 5, 6, 7 years, it's basically been you and North kind of trading off as the supremacy type team here in the area. As North has lost some pieces as well. Is this sort of an opening for your team to regain that supremacy?
Well, we hope so. We definitely hungry to be back. And it's just a matter of wait and see what happens in May. I'm not trying to diminish anything that happens this week or the first couple weeks of the season, but it's the sectional in May. Looking down the road, Naperville North and Nequa, I think will be our biggest challenge. Historically, that they've been that way, and I'm not trying to take anything away from Wabanzi and Matea. But stand by to stand by.
Christian May, Kyle Jackson, some of the big returning pieces for the team. They got some really good experience last season. Tell me a little bit about what they bring to the offense and defense.
Well, Christian May, big kid, physically big kid, 6'4" maybe, lefty, incredibly fast, very hard shot. So he's kind of a sniper from the right-hand side of the pool. Never met a shot he didn't like, and can get back on defense in a hurry because he's so fast. So he can stop or potentially stop a lot of counterattacks from the other team. Kyle Jackson, he's my sniper on the left side of the pool. Great shot, excellent tactician, knows where the ball should go, knows what position he should always be in. He's going to be a great position to make a lot of steals defensively. So looking for good things from both of those guys.
Tactics such an important part of the way water polo plays out in the pool. People maybe think a little bit too much about power, speeds, things like that, but the tactics can really play obviously an important part in how a game plays out. Who are some other guys that from a tactician type level, they know the game well, they can impact the game just in terms of those type of strategy type levels?
Well, the next guys we would talk about would be Nick Walker, and he's a junior, returning varsity player. He is excellent at the tactical part of the game also. He and Kyle Jackson work very well together on the left side of the pool. So Nick is, he doesn't try to throw it through people, he throws it to the open space or throws it around people. Next kid we would talk about would be Eric Stablin. another junior. He was down on our lower level, or a JV last year. He's worked hard, big kid, strong kid, got fast. So we're looking for a lot of good things from him.
Mentioned earlier about the second spot ranking from ilpolo.com. Is that something the team really cares about at this point in the season, or is it something that you sort of work into being able to earn later down the road?
Well, I don't like being ranked so highly, especially at the beginning of the year. We haven't even played a game yet. Based on returning players, that kind of thing. I love ilpolo.com and the fact that it's press, it's publicity for water polo throughout the state. Is it the Bible? Not so much. Some of our kids read a little more into it than I do. But I'll look at it almost every morning and see, okay, Schaumburg played so-and-so, or Naperville North played, York High School and won. So that might help me if I'm playing a game coming up down the road and try to figure things out. Again, love the publicity, but it's one guy's opinion.
Mm-hmm. I think everyone's opinion, though, would be that the area is very strong. We've mentioned North. Obviously, Central is very good as well. You would hope so, at least. Mattia, Bonzi, I mean, all these teams really have a shot to really make a lot of noise at the end of the season. Scouting-wise, has it been this way for a while where, every night where you're playing someone from around the area, it's going to be a tough contest?
It's always a tough contest when we play these guys. They know the kids on the other team. They swam on the same club team. They run into them in the summertime. They run into them at swim meets. So there's a little bit of that friendly rivalry, but at the same time, we don't like losing to Naperville North, just like Mattea or Niqua doesn't want to lose to Wabanzi or vice versa. So there's that rivalry built in there, and I think it really brings out a higher level of competition from some of the guys. They take it personally if they lose to a Niqua, a Naperville North, a Wabanzi. So I think it elevates everybody's play, both teams, or all the teams involved.
The boys swimming season just ended. A third place, or tied for third place, showing for the Red Hawks this season in Mike Adams' squad. Christian May, one of the guys that's on both that team and your team. Do you sense any sort of leg up from swimmers like Christian May who have that sort of endurance built up by the time they already get to water polo season?
Well, I think out of 26 boys on the team, 24 of them swam on the swim team. So they come into the season in great shape. Mike Adams does a great job getting the kids in good swimming shape. So that's not our main focus early on. We want to work on ball control. It certainly helps knowing that we have some incredibly fast swimmers. Scotty Piper will be coming out and getting in the water with us in a couple of weeks when he gets back from Junior Nationals. So looking for good things from him. He's a kid that swam at the state meet. So, we try to work well together and see how it goes.
It's kind of interesting. I mean, you have some pieces that aren't here yet, but like you mentioned, that's part of the process. That's what you go through each and every year. Coach, thank you for your time. We appreciate it.
You're welcome. My pleasure. Thank you.